Hey y'all, how you doing? This is one of my direct uploads and stuff, right? Usually if y'all get a second video from me in a day, it's a direct upload because usually the stuff I have on a particular day is always like uploaded that day. I mean, no, not that day. Sorry. A week or so before. I do my stuff early. Give me time to just go out here and chase some youngins. Some youngins. Because I come down from my place on the 5th floor. For y'all old brother man fans, right? But I wanted to address something one of my female commenters said and stuff, and she said it's not so much there's a shortage of good men, there's a shortage of sexable men, right? And I gave her a standing ovation for the comment, because I know some dudes are critical of women commenting in a man's space and stuff, and some dudes have even been critical of my Hello Ladies channel, right? But if dudes sit back and listen to women and stop thinking that, oh, these women don't know what they're talking about and stuff, man, get off their handmaid's tale stuff, man. Whether you agree or not, sit back and listen to women. They will tell you everything. And that's a professional thing, man. Because my uncle used to be a police officer, and he used to close cases because he wouldn't judge the person or lead them. He'd just sit back, get them comfortable, let them talk. So I do the same thing with women. And then a lot of stuff that I'm telling y'all that y'all say is, oh, yes, great game, Rom, and people recognize as great game, came from a woman. I said I learned the game mostly from women. What I learned from men is how to carry myself in life. How I learned to get women is from other women. They would tell me, a woman A would tell me how to get woman B, C, and D, right? So understand that. So, the sister, and I apologize. Like I said, I gave her a standing ovation. She said, it ain't so much the man gotta be good, he gotta be sexable. He gotta be sexable, which means they want to fuck him. Now, I'm gonna tell you what. Usually women make that decision in the first few seconds, right? Like, I'm gonna shout out Alan Roger Curry. He understands that shit. He understands that that's part of what Mode 1 is about, to cut to the chase. That woman already made a decision what she want to do. What the man got to do is really just give her permission to be honest about it. Because in this culture, a woman can't come straight out and say, oh yeah, that dude can get it. Shoot. Because she feeling like the dude going to judge her or something. Right? But if you go up to her and you be like, hey, you know what? I'm feeling you, want to get with you. Boom. Like, you'd be surprised how many women go for that. Because that's what they looking for. Like when they say a woman judge a man in the first few moments of meeting them, it goes anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes, right? What can they judge about the woman? What can they judge about a man? They can't tell what kind of character he got, right? They cannot tell what type of character he got. They can't tell what he do for a living, unless he wearing a uniform or something, right? And even then, they can't tell anything. He could work in a job with a uniform and then have like some type of business on the side where he really make his money, right? They can't tell all of that. When a woman look at a man, she can tell one thing and one thing alone, whether or not she want to fuck him. That's it. And it don't mean he's necessarily handsome or buff. It's whatever she like physically. That's all she can tell about him, right? Now, some women try to put some other stuff in there when they talk about it. Say, oh, I can tell he a hard worker and stuff. No, they can't. The only thing they can tell is they want that man on top of them, under him, behind him, side by side with him, and then upside down. Oh, y'all don't know about that position. Yeah. Anybody want to do that, you better hit your bench presses. Anyway, right? Slammed up against the wall. That's the only thing she can tell about that man in a few minutes, right? And many men, rightly so, criticize it. Shoot, I've said something about that. I said, you can't really tell anything, but I can say whatever I want. I can't breed out like probably a million years of history. It's probably always been that way. All right? Now, I know some guys, and you know what? I did a video a while ago. I said you can't really lie to a woman, right? And, some guys push back. You can lie, and one guy tried to get all scientific because of all this stuff. I said, no, you can't lie because a woman already knows if she want to fuck you. She already know. You can't tell her. You can't walk up and tell a woman that you are sexy to her, and she'll go for it. She gonna look at you like you crazy. In fact, that's why I always say women choose the men. They choose them for sex appeal. In fact, I've said that before. I've said that before in a video. I said, no matter what, a woman is always judging a man on his sexual worthiness, even if it don't have anything to do with sex. If you're sitting in front of a woman for a job, right? Job interview. She's looking at your sex appeal and she's being moved and influenced by your sex appeal, even if, you know, she would never actually have sex with you because of loyalty to her husband or something. Right? But she's looking to it. She's moved by it. Because when women find a man sexy, they can feel it. It's those infamous vagina tingles. So you can't, like, getting back to what I said, you can't lie to a woman. You can't say anything to a woman and make her have those tingles. She either got them or she don't. That's why a main part of the game, when I talk about in my book, Nice Guys and Players, is women choose the man. And any player, that's why players, pimps, they know this. They don't mess with a woman unless they chosen me. Like, contrary to popular belief, people be thinking some pimps just grab some woman and turn them out. Nah, they just find the woman choosing up on them and move their magic. Shoot, a pimp will go in the room, see who checking him out, then he work his magic. All he do is free her up to be who she gonna be anyway. Right? That's all a pimp does. Right? He use her own nature against her, because I guarantee she would, if she's the type of woman who gonna sleep around with a bunch of men, she gonna do it regardless. Only thing the pimp doing is get her to do it on his behalf. Right? And that comes down to sex. That still come down to sex. And that's why if you look at my work, like some people will say, well, what differentiates your work? I tell a dude how to develop that sexual charisma, that sexual side of him. Because that's the key. And any man who I've coached or been associated with who's done that, they've seen the differences right away. Now, this ain't a commercial for my style, because I've been saying this. But I like when a woman says it. Because like this sister, she said it. She said only maybe 40 to 40% of men are sexable. And that correlates roughly to what I talk about, the select, non-select. The select, non-select paradigm ain't on like some 80-20 thing. It's more like a 1/3 thing. Like roughly 33% of men are considered sexable by women. And that's the main thing. That's the main thing, right? And that's the thing you got to take in consideration. And the sister said it, and she said what it is, like, out of that 30 to 40%, only a small percentage of that is going to actually settle down. That's the issue with women. They make good guys, but the guys don't turn them on. And it's the same thing when men say, oh yeah, I meet some good women, but I don't want to see them naked. I mean, it's really that. And that's why I say, even in these relationship discussions, we don't discuss sex enough. All right? Now, with the guys, I mean, this is just something you have to understand. Don't get mad. And I mean, I know you've been told all your life. Oh yeah, if you just work hard and all of that, and you make good money and all of that, you'll get the woman. And some of y'all dudes know y'all making a lot of money, got extra money to spend. Good guy, do everything right, and still ain't getting it. In fact, on my Rom TV, I got that series, The Good Man's Guide. At some point, I'm gonna get into the sexual part for how good men can like up their sex appeal, right? It really ain't hard, but just understand that that's what they're looking for. When they say, really, when women say there's a shortage of good men, they should just be honest and say, I mean, sexable is a polite enough word, but just say there's a shortage of men who they find fuckable. You know? Because it all comes down to that. I mean, if you want to know why they going for the Pookie and Ray Rays of the world, the particular ones they go for, they just find them sexy. Which means fuckable. You know? I mean, that's it. You can't get around it. A lot of people try to get around that. Like, a lot of people try to say, well, if I got enough money. Like, I love these guys who say, well, you just need money. No, money ain't banging her against the wall. Money ain't doing her doggy style. And if a woman deal with you on that level, she really just an acceptable hoe. Shout out Warren Bowens, the pimp guy. You know, she just an acceptable hoe. That's it. That's all you dealing with at that point, right? Shit. But yeah, I wanted to just upload that. I'll stop it as soon as I stop. Me, I'm just coming back from the gym. Heck, I mean, honestly, and that's why anybody like my inner circle, they know I stress the body game, man. My inner circle, they be in the gym and they be coming back wrong. All that shit you saying was right. I mean, when I talk about all that, I mean, I'm telling you the game that gigolos and male exotic dancers who get pussy and money thrown at them now. They be working on that sex part. See, one of the things, a lot of guys, look, understand one thing. It's fucked up to say this, but the acceptable behavior for a man socially and the acceptable behavior for a man sexually, two different things. And really, for a man to even think about tapping into it, he gotta tap into his sexual side, and he gotta kind of let that beast roam free. Something, I mean, that's just the understanding. Now, some guys can still lie to themselves and think, okay, I'm gonna tell a woman this lie, or I'm gonna tell her this lie, she gonna fall for it. First of all, if a dude tell a woman a lie and it seemed like she fell for it, it just means she wanted to fuck you anyway. Let me tell you something. I've had several women of different races and ethnic groups, even different religions, tell me the same thing. A lot of times they already decided if they're gonna fuck the man, but if he gonna do a bunch of extra shit, they're gonna let him do it. Ain't no woman. The woman probably like meet a man and she already decided she gonna suck his dick, right? She already decided she gonna suck his dick and do vile things to his body. But this dude insisting on taking her like out to a fancy restaurant or play, and thinking he's gonna take on 3 dates, feeding her and stuff, and doing it. Shit, she ain't gonna be mad about it. She ain't gonna stop you. She ain't gonna be like, oh no, you don't have to do that. Let's just go back here now. Hell no, she gonna let you spend all that money. She gonna let you go. But, a guy gotta just figure that out. Because a lot of times, and here's a trick with that. If you offering it, they take it. But if you don't offer that money, if you don't offer to take her anywhere or whatever, and she want to get with you, she's still going to get with you. I remember a woman one time, she thought, I thought I had to do all this for her, and then she wanted to hang out or something. I was like, well, I don't have any money. She was like, she'll bring the food. I was like, oh, okay. She wants to fuck. I mean, that's how it is. But anyway, right? That's it for now, y'all. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.